Hi, my name's Sam Thompson. I'm an Edinburgh tour guide and I've been a tour guide for 23 years, and today we are going to have a look at Corrimony Chambered Cairn. It's about 8 miles from Drumnad Rocket, so if you're visiting Loch Ness it's a nice little detour to do if you have the time. Now if you like the way I do tours and you're new to the channel, could you please subscribe, give me a thumbs up and maybe a comment as well. Okay, so here's the name, Corrimony, and we're on the nature reserve at the moment. And there's some nice little details there, a nice little map showing you the area and things, but that's not what we're here to see. Although it is beautiful, I can hear the birds cheeping away. We are here to see a chambered cairn. Now the chambered cairn we're coming to see is actually more intact than the ones that you see at Clava Cairns, and I've taken you to Clava Cairns before. So this is a nice one to come and visit if you've got the time. It's about maybe a 20-minute drive off route if you're going along Loch Ness. So yeah, look at the scenery. It's in an absolutely fantastic position. And yeah, you just have to park the car. It's quite a big parking space, but to be fair, every time I've been here I've been the only person. So I don't think you'll have to worry about parking. So you can see we have standing stones all around it. We will get a better look in a minute. Then we have the cairn itself. You can just see that big slab on top there. That looks like it's a capstone maybe. And then we've got more standing stones and this little bridge to get us over. Right, let's go and have a little look then. So we'll have a little look at the board. It's quite good. This is about 4,000 years old, so in lines with Clava Cairns. Yeah, Bronze Age burial. They did do archaeology and they found the remains of a female in a sort of crouched position, just like you see here. So you can see where the archaeologists, the stain that they've described it as, but you can also see an artist's impression there. So in the chambered cairn, beneath all these sort of water-worn cobbles, there was a Bronze Age burial, and you can actually get into the cairn through the passageway today. Now the standing stones, I think there's only 4 of them that are actually in their original position. They were put up at the same time, or erected at the same time as the cairn was, but there's 2 that are actually Victorian additions which were added. And they think they were probably from the capping stones at the top of the passageway. So we'll just have a little wander round and then we'll get a little look in. Now, just up here, you can see the stone. I'm going to try to zoom in for you. Now, there's actually cup and ring marks up there. Now, it's an ancient monument. I don't want to go climbing up it to to get a close-up, so hopefully you can see that. But you have these cup indentations with little ring marks around them, sort of a decoration. So hopefully you can make those out. And you do see them, Cairns, there's lots of cup and ring marks as well. And this is pretty much along the same lines as Cairns when you look at the construction of it. But a beautiful location. So we'll just take a little walk round and try. It's amazing to think that this is still here after 4,000 years. So you can see the capstone I was talking about. Now, this is about 60 feet in diameter, sort of donut shaped. If you imagine the shape of an igloo, once it had all its stones, its capping stone and everything, the shape inside, you have this passage into where the burial chamber is. Yeah, it's very well preserved. It's beautifully preserved. We're very, very lucky still to have it. And there may well have been a ditch around it as well. Now, in 1952 there were excavations that took place and faint traces of a burial were found, and they believe it was a high status female burial. They did find a bone pin, but no other grave goods. And you can see the passageway is still there. And then once the burial had taken place, the entrance had been closed off, and these may well have been used over other generations, other centuries. Right, here we are. That was a climb and a half. Or should I say a crawl. But you can see the shape, the curved walls. So yeah, you can still crawl in if you don't mind getting a little bit dirty. So we do have cairns that have roofs and things on them, but yeah, this one is, the passageway is fantastic, and when you go to Clava Cairns you have an idea of what they're like because the path is still there but the actual covering isn't. And to think this has been here for 4,000 years is just amazing. Right, I think it's time to crawl back through. I don't think I'm going to try and video it though because it wasn't pretty. Yay, we made it safely out again. There we are. The cairn is situated in a really pretty glen. It's surrounded by trees, and there's cultivated land, there's farmland here as well. So there may well have been a prehistoric settlement somewhere near here, when obviously because the cairn was built here, so there has to be a reason for it. It's absolutely beautiful and so peaceful. I've seen one car and it's the farmer's car that's gone by. So if you do get the chance and you're in the area, if you're near Loch Ness, this is only a 20-minute detour off the sort of main road. Oh, there we go, RSPB. Now, archaeology also showed that there should have, or there wasn't a 12th stone. The cairn itself is surrounded by 11 standing stones, and usually there would be a 12th, but when they've done archaeology, they haven't been able to find it. So yeah, it looks like it was erected with just the 4 standing stones, and 4 of them were probably placed there, or replaced during the Victorian period. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little look around the Corrimony chambered cairn. I didn't enjoy that little crawl through, to be fair. I'm not designed for hands and knees in dark passageways. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up and put a little comment in. If there's anywhere else you'd like to see in Scotland, just let me know, and if I can, I will. Bye.